Hi, we are talking about my research podcast. So this is my presentation, and I find some other podcasts for talking about my final podcast. So the first is Borrasca, that the majority of the image is blue colors. The style is underground comics that I like, but I would like to focus in the picture that the guy is in the first plane. That is the principal gestal node that the figure grant, because it's green and the sky is red. That there are more obviously who is. Back and who is not. And obviously, there are the continuity principal gestal, because the eyes of the guy is look like right, and the branches of the tree is look in the same direction. So I see this. The next podcast that I see is Malevolent, that I like because it's like more abstract and it's very creepy because you can see anything. You don't know very who is the figure in here. The principal gestalt for me is similitude, because there are the color is similitude because it's monochrome. If you can see any picture in single, you only see one color. There are any more. So it's fantastic because you can see anything. The picture that you can see more things is maybe the green, because you can see a field. But anyway, you can is confused the sky with the veil, and who is, for example, you can see a tree, but you don't see where did the branch or something like that. So for me, it's amazing that. Then the next one here, Terror para Llevar, that is similar. Similitude to Borrasca because use the figurative ground, especially the burger with ground, because it's the same green and pink that there are complementary color that they are good for that, because it's obviously that separate like that. And another is proximity, because you use the burger all together for create and logo. And then is a small story, you can see this logo, and is I think it's fantastic that. Then the next is the No Sleep podcast, that is good because all images is sure the moon. Oh, obviously in the old is not the moon, but it's a earth, but it's circle and is white. The image that I would like to talk about is the woman, because it's figure ground again, because the woman is black. That is different between the color of the ground that is blue. I think is good, especially with the moon that is white. No, the woman is black and the moon is white. Okay, now I would like to focus in my project, so I try a little investigation for my own. So I would like to talk about typography, because I think it's important in our podcast to create a good typography. So I find some picture in here is not about podcast, it's in general. It's only about in my inspiration. So I find that, and I find like that because I like that typography. There are figures like blood or in the eyes of the girl. Now it's more vintage, because I don't know if I use more contemporary or create a new vintage for my last. I try, okay, in my podcast, I choose to call to my podcast Don't Sleep Tonight. So I try to put all the different typography for to see, and now the color. Obviously, is Don't Sleep Tonight. We are talking about insomnia, that don't speak. So the color obviously is the blue, because it's dark. It's like it's cold, no. So I find image that is blue and is remember my title, Don't Sleep Tonight. So that's why I choose like that. I especially I like the girl with the eyes orange, because it's complementary, and I like the color complementary because it's very fancy. Like that. Thank you.